Hi there, hey, this is Kristi Villani from My Quilting Loft. How are you? I'm so excited. This is it. We're finally gonna put our blocks all together and reveal our mystery quilt layout. And so it's gonna turn out so great. I'm so excited to see yours. And so I know that I've told you before, but be sure and share pictures of your final quilt once you're done on our Facebook community page. So go to My Quilting Loft on Facebook, join the group if you haven't already, and then in the community page you can post pictures of the blocks that you're making and of your quilt when it's done, and it's going to be great. Okay, so true confessions. We may have made one too many 9-inch blocks. I'm so sorry. I'm learning EQ8. I'm just learning. So you know what? I hope that you will just pick one of the blocks out of the 9-inch blocks that we've made and set it aside. And you know what I'm going to ask you to do? I'm going to ask you to bring those into My Quilting Loft or mail them in. And you can go onto our website, myquiltingloft.com, and look up our mailing address. And you can send those in if you're not local. And then what we'll do is we'll put all of those extra orphan blocks together, and we will do something really extra fun with them. I would love to see maybe an auction auction it off and have it go to charity, or we could just give the extra quilt to some charity of some sort. Today happens to be the 9-year anniversary of me being cancer-free. I had a type of sarcoma 9 years ago, and so maybe that's what we should do. We could donate that to an organization that is supporting cancer research. What do you think? So anyway, let's get started, shall we? I'm going to just show you how the layout goes, and then I'm going to get it all put together, and then we will have our finished quilt. All right, so I'm just going to speed through a lot of this, and it'll be fun. So I'm probably going to have to move my machine out of the way so you can see it here on the design wall. All right? Oh, I hope you enjoy this. Wow, okay, so now that you have an idea of the layout, I'm going to give you a quick little, just a couple hints, although they're probably pretty obvious, of how to lay that together. So you're going to have these two borders here are shorter, these two are longer, and so you're going to sew these 3 together in a section, and then we're going to add on these 2. And then we're going to put a row of sashing around, and then we're going to do the same thing with the top and bottom ones. So easy, right? So easy and so exciting and so fun. Now really be careful. Look at all these points here that you don't want to chop off. So just make sure and double check your 1/4-inch seam before you get started. Use some pins, use some caution. You've got this. So now I've got the side pieces put on there, and so I just want to make sure that when I measure across from the end of this one to the end of that one, it's about the same. And so it should be, but sometimes you just have to fudge it a little bit. You're just going to have to ease it in one way or the other, make it fit, and then we will. So I'm just going to sew these guys on there, press those out, add in my sashing, so my next one's on. Oh, it's coming together. Be sure that you're using pins. You've got a lot of places where you've got intersections coming together where you want them to line up right. So just use your pins. It won't hurt you. Well, unless you poke yourself, but don't do that. Don't poke yourself. Okay, so most of our blocks are very symmetrical. There's really not a top, bottom, left, right. They're all the same. The maple leaf block, on the other hand, you want to make sure that you're watching which way that you're aiming those. So I've got them all toward, my points are going out toward the corners, and so when I'm sewing them on, I want to make sure they're going the direction that I want them to go. I love it. I love how it's turning out. You know what else I really like? I like having a design wall. I love having a design wall. As a matter of fact, I've got one at the shop, and now I have one here at home as well. And they're just so handy when you're laying out your quilts. I don't have to worry about laying them out on the floor or trying to lay them out on a bed. Having a design wall is so handy. And so this, all it is some foam core from Home Depot and 108-inch white flannel. And I carry that 108-inch white flannel at the shop. So if you think you want to make yourself a design wall, just stop in and pick some up, because I tell you what, look at that. See, it just stays. It just sticks on there like, you know, like the Okay, so now we're ready to put the sashing around this part. And so now you're just going to cut a 2.5-inch strip by, let's see, that's about 45.5 inches wide. And I'm going to put them on this side here. I'm going to put them on the sides, and then I'm going to put the tops on, and then we're going to build from there. So you want to put your sashings on this part, and then you'll add the other ones, and then your measurements will work out just right. Okay, so we're getting our sashing around the middle, our middle section here. We got our sashing around there. You want to put your sashing on your sides first, and then we're going to put the sashing on the top and bottom. The top and bottom are going to be the pieces that have the shorter sides from our 12-inch blocks, where you've just got 4 of them on top and bottom, and then you've got the 6 of them down the side, and that way it all comes together right, okay? Wow, no, it's really coming together. All I have to do now is put the 2 long sides on, and then I'm going to put a border around the whole thing, and then it's done. I'm really excited, and wow, it's really hot in this room. I'm melting. Oh, do I look like I'm melting? I am melting. Okay, coming in for the home stretch. Just a couple things I want to point out to you. Just make sure that in your last, you've got blocks that you're putting together. Make sure you're lining up those intersections. Use some pins and just have fun with it. You're almost done. You've got this. And just be sure to use pins. It's important to just make, pins are so helpful, or if you have the little clip things, those are really great too. It'll just help you line things up right, keep everything in place, so that when you're sewing it together, it's gonna look beautiful when you're done. Okay, well, this is it. What do you think? I'm so excited. I love how it turned out. I've never designed a quilt this elaborate before, so I'm really excited about it, how it's turned out. And please be sure and share pictures of your quilt on our community page, on our Facebook community page. So go to My Quilting Loft on Facebook, join the group if you haven't already, and please, please, please share pictures of your quilts that you've made. If you have any questions about any of your quilt blocks, please be sure to post them in that community as well, because you're sure to get help. If not by me, by one of any of our regulars that are on there that are super really helpful and kind. So anyways, thank you so much once again for tuning in to our tutorial series for our 2001 spring-summer mystery quilt sew along. And it's been so much fun. Thank you so much. Now be sure to subscribe and hit the like button and hit the little reminder, because you'll be notified whenever I post a new video, because later this fall we will come up with something else, so I hope that you follow along with that. Meanwhile, be sure every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time, because we're in Oregon, that you're turning into our Facebook live sale. So just go to Facebook at 10 o'clock and then go to My Quilting Loft, and you'll see we're having a live sale and it's a lot of fun. So anyways, thank you so much, and thank you for making one of these too along with me. Thank you. Mwah! Bye now.